Stargirl Season 3 ended its season almost a month ago, and with the end of that season, it also ended that series. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and review Stargirl Season 3. I know it's been a late video. This video is very late. I'm sick, so it's kind of hard to make videos right now, and the review part was recorded before Christmas. This is recorded after Christmas. It's just a lot. Anyway, with that being said, please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below your very own opinion on Stargirl Season 3. And please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on the screen right now, and also that Arrowverse playlist. That link is in the description. With that being said, guys, please note that this video is split into two halves. The first half is an episode breakdown, and the second half is a review of the entire season, spoiler-filled, of course. Again, with that being said, let's move right into our review. So we kick off the episode with a flashback from 9 months ago, showing Starman being resurrected only to die again and have his brain taken out by Dragon King and Icicle. Kind of mad they didn't fully die in Season 1. The whole victory of Season 1 was based upon that the JSA killed the ISA. From here, Courtney gets a call from Cameron telling her that Starman is at the junkyard. Clearly this was a lie, as Icicle made him do it. Pat then digs himself out of the grave that Sylvester, now actually the Ultra Humanite, put him in. The JSA confronts the Icicle family and Starman, asking for Courtney to join them. In the midst of all of this, Pat arrives to prove that Sylvester is actually the Ultra Humanite. Now we get into the action, and obviously the action in all of these seasons is just great. With Cindy fighting her father in the Ultra Humanite's body, and Cameron's grandparents fighting the JSA. Very strange how these kids are having a hard time handling these elderly people. It's kind of weird because Our Man has super strength and Wildcat has agility. There's no reason why they can't handle these two older people. Cam's grandfather agrees with Beth that they should stop the fighting, and from here, the grandmother tries to rebel, but dies to a car falling on her. Icicle tries to kill Courtney and Barbara until Cam saves both of them. Again, Barbara came inside of the finale, saving Courtney with Artemis's mother's crossbow, which was pretty cool just to see the mother without any powers just protect her daughter. And they even confirmed that, yeah, Barbara didn't really fall for Icicle. Like, Icicle fell for her. He was like, you know, we could have been something, but Barbara was like, we didn't have anything. And it's really true because I remember 2 years ago watching that, like, Barbara doesn't like you, dude. Like, she's married. She's not going to leave her husband for you. Back to the finale. Courtney reclaims the staff from Sylvester in a powerful way. She tells him, screaming loud in his face, he is not worthy, but she is. Reclaiming the staff, and now Sylvester and Pat, they have a fist fight. And Cameron, in a burst of power, tries to kill his father, but instead Icicle gets away. When I was watching this finale, I was like, oh my god, he got away again, and there's no other new season, so clearly this is not going anywhere. Pat defeats Sylvester, and Courtney and Cam say goodbye for the last time. So we think. The action all died down. Pat and Courtney have a heart-to-heart. Pat tells Courtney how he dug himself out of the grave. Nothing too important. Rick apologizes to Beth's family, and in the hospital, Pat decides to keep the Ultra Humanite on life support, only to show Sylvester's brain and his last words being replayed. Clearly, this is not going anywhere because the show is now canceled. But this did allude to the fact that maybe, just maybe, Starman, the real Starman, could have been resurrected in a later season. Pat allows Mike to meet his mother and talk to her. Courtney tells the gambler's daughter about him, and after all of this, Cam visits Courtney, accepting her help. Flash forward 3 months later, and Icicle is seemingly killed by Artemis getting revenge for her parents. 10 years go by, and while exploring the JSA museum, Jay Garrick's Flash, which is John Wesley Shipp's The Flash, appears needing the shade for another adventure. Clearly saying that, yeah, the light could shine on Stargirl once again, but in my opinion, I feel like that is highly unlikely. Just a short little rant review that what I thought on the finale of episode. So comment down below, guys, what did you think of the Stargirl Season 3 finale? This video is late. The review part was recorded before Christmas. This is being recorded after Christmas. So comment down below, what did you guys think of the finale? And with that being said, let's get right into our review, starting off with the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that Stargirl continues to deliver on what you expect from the series today. a small-scale, old-fashioned American show. Season 3 not only surprised me, but had me invested with the whole who murdered the gambler plot. I mean, I was going inside of this season obviously expecting it to be good, but I was not expecting them to give me an actual murder mystery plot, and I love murder mystery plots. It made for an episodic plot, but also was able to connect to a larger story. What I mean by that is that every episode was something different, but it also had one clue that tied to the overall mystery of who murdered the gambler. Joel McHale and Breck Bassinger as Starman and, of course, Stargirl, respectively, were just incredible this season. Showing how unhinged Starman actually is was fun to me because whereas the secret is that he was Ultra Humanite, it's still kind of connected to the flashbacks that we saw inside of Season 2. And really, I can understand how I, even myself, got tricked by that. I thought Starman was actually back, but I got tricked. Courtney's guilt over what happened to Cameron's dad, Icicle, made for some fun tension between her, Cameron, and his grandparents. And the romance between Cameron and Courtney actually worked a lot for me. It's one of those teen romances that's just a good person wanting to do something good for someone that they like. And a person that's going through something that finds happiness in another person. It's not a contrived situation. Courtney has ties to this person and has had ties to this person since the first season. And when they get together by the end of the season, it feels satisfying. The other JSA members don't get much time to shine, but their storylines, while small, are all character-based. Rick feeling like nothing with Grundy dead and Hourman being out of commission. Dr. McKnight, her and her parents, Wildcat and her parents. I think that was one of my favorite arcs because she got kicked out of her house this season. And I think Yolanda's tension to the Dragon King's daughter worked for me because of what she did to her. Obviously, I can't move on without talking about action, production, and CGI. This and Superman and Lois stand above all the other Arrowverse shows, with this in particular, with its action and spectacle. Every season has delivered on epic fight scenes that offer spectacle and amazing special effects. The production of all 3 seasons is incredible. It looks high budget. It doesn't look CW-fied. And I think every single season has kept up with the exact same quality that they started with in DC Universe. And I wish if this show was not canceled, they would move this and Superman and Lois to HBO Max. And I think it would do wonders over there. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which I already talked about in the rant section and also earlier in the Starman twist. The Starman twist was incredible. It was amazing learning that he was actually Ultra Humanite because I thought he was really here. I thought Starman was really here, but it makes it a lot better that no, Starman is actually dead. Like, that he didn't die for nothing, and it keeps the stakes of what we saw in that first sequence of the first season, of the first episode. Because it wouldn't make sense for Dr. Midnighter to be back and Starman to be back and Jay Garrick's still here. Like, the JSA died that night. That was a big deal for the world. I think having Starman still dead does wonders. Owen Wilson's acting, and these are the last 2 points in the good. Owen Wilson's acting was incredible. He just has this soft-spoken Texas country boy accent that I love. And him as Pat, he continues to be more than just a sidekick. And constantly, he, just like Courtney, always sees the good in people. This season's writing, just like the other 2, is able to craft a small-scale story that offers big-scale stakes for the characters. While fun, everything is taken seriously. But this is a CW show, so let's move right on into the bad. And the bad thing that comes to mind here is that once we leave our main plot for the Green Lantern 2-parter, and I'm a Green Lantern fan, it gets pretty lame. There is a middle part in here that drags the season down for me. The grandparents are strangely durable, but somehow weak at the same time. Like, there's a fight scene inside of the season, I forget which episode, but there's a fight scene inside of the season where the JSA takes on the grandparents and Cameron inside of their house. And they're strangely durable, but also pretty slow at the same time. So I guess that's the result of their powers, but also at the same time, they're pretty slow. The grandma, she's doing a lot of movements,
but also she's limping around the place, and that's before people hit her. It's so strange how they show the power levels, and also they're strangely durable, but in the finale, the grandma dies. Strangely durable that the grandfather gets, what, I think pushed through like some glass or something like that, or like a wall, but a car falling on the grandma, yeah, she dies. So strange. And she wasn't fast enough to move out the way, but she was fast enough inside of this episode to dodge Wildcat's abilities. So strange that the power levels were weird here. The villain being Icicle again, I don't know how I feel about that, because clearly he died in season 1. I mean, you getting shattered by a truck and you're in ice form, I'm pretty sure you're dead. I don't buy into how he's back, and also him dying again in the finale by someone else other than the main JSA members and even Cameron himself. I don't know how I feel about this. This season really could have benefited from Icicle not being there. And the last bad thing here is that the cancellation of the show made this series finale feel less like a finale and more like a rushed swan song that didn't stick the landing. And to be fair, frankly, it did not stick the landing for me. Mainly because I'm pretty sure all the episodes were filmed before they got canceled. So, knowing that this was their 3rd season, I guess that going into it, they're like, okay, we could get canceled after this. Seeing all the other shows getting canned, I guess they're like, okay, this can be like a nice little swan song that leaves the door open for something else, just in case. And I really feel like that's what they were going for, and that's what all these shows go for inside of their last seasons, like Batwoman and also DC Legends. With Stargirl, you can end off the show like this, but I would rather they plan a final season than having to just write and rush a finale inside of their last episode of the 3rd season. In conclusion, Stargirl Season 3 is another example of focused writing, action-filled spectacle, stakes, and just good old-fashioned small-town fun. This season may be the last, but the light always shines for Stargirl when I look back on the show. I'm giving Stargirl a 9.3 out of 10, an A-, and just watch the season. It's pretty great. It gets slow in the middle there, the Green Lantern plot line I really didn't care for. But overall, it's a really good season that continues the quality of the first 2. Alright guys, that is it for the review/rant. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion, and you're free to comment down below. What did you think of Stargirl Season 3 as a whole? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think of the series finale? Comment that down below in the comment section. With that being said, guys, please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That's going to pop up on Instagram right now. That Arrowverse playlist, that link is in the description as well. Please don't forget to come back later for Stargirl Seasons Ranked. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all. And I will see you all next time. Peace.